So hi everyone, today in this video we're gonna talk about another model that can be useful for you because I believe as much more you grasp mental models, better you will be in be a good decision maker, which I ultimately think that's the most important skills because if you master the decision making process, you're gonna have at higher rate good type of decisions and what ultimately brings so the results that so determines the prosperity that you get in whatever is the field of your life that you want to get that prosperity. So as much more you got good systems to analyze, so a good type of rational thinking, but as well as much more information you have about the reality, better so you will be your probability to get success in your life. And then so with that specific premise, I'm gonna so expect you to understand the value enough to make you feel that it has to exist some type of reciprocity, and I expect so you to subscribe this channel and putting a like in this video, and if it may trigger a certain type of interest other videos channel can hone, you can so as well go to look and to do the same. So what are you going to talk about today? A mental model that's taken from the business field that is called jobs to be done. It's like a process to a process to do the things. So a process as well to learn. So jobs to be done characterize a specific mindset on how to learn and how to do the things, at what rhythm, when, what. So answering these type of questions. So what do you have to understand? Jobs to be done, it's a mental model that's more generalist, but we're going to see more in a perspective of how it applies to business. So, what do you have to understand first? Why consumers buy your product isn't just so about demographics or market trends. It's about what? It's about the underlying job they need to get done. So, it's what gives the name jobs to be done. So, whenever you sell something is because someone has the inability to get their needs so getting satisfied with the market exists, and then so if it buys to you it's because he perceives that your product, at least for what he knows, is the one that has a better ratio of potential value and so the cost that I have to deal to make so buy something. And then so the option that has a better ratio of value and cost that I have to deal to make so the option is the option that I'm also gonna have a tendency to do. So I'm always looking for options that most deliver values for me, and that's always the ones that I'm gonna try to do. And it's because what? Because I also have jobs to be done. I have almost like unlimited type of needs that are not easy to be satisfied by my own. That's why we all have economic activities, so much business type of needs getting so as like the core of the majority of all business that exists. We have business that takes care about the aesthetics, we have business that takes care about financial services because we have so much needs. We have needs to healthcare, needs to have clothes, needs to get food. So we have a lot of needs, and that's why so makes the can create motivation to people to buy the things because things can satisfy the needs that I have. So it's easier, it's like an underlying concept that everyone should know if you want so to get a bit more knowledge about the business world. And then so what you have to understand now is try to focusing in a lot of so these jobs, understanding what are the jobs that people have to do in what's like degree, how they will like so to get the job done is what business should be focused as the centric type of approach that so makes you build the best type of structure that your business can be in terms of being more efficient. So you only utilize resources based if it contributes to make it so the product better because you always focusing in the perspective of the other one. So the perspective of the other one and how they would like to so perform the job. And the specific is the job is like the actions that are needed to satisfy a need. So it's what it talks about the jobs to be done frameworks. And then so I think people already have understood the definition. The definition is clear. So framework that views consumer purchases as means to accomplish a specific job or task. Instead of focusing solely on product features or consumer profiles, jobs to be done asks what job is the consumer hiring this product or service to do. So understanding this job, you can uncover and meet needs and innovate solutions that offer real value. So Main components. We have the customer's job, so identify the primary task or problem your customers are trying to solve, so will always be the first step. Functional and emotional aspects. Look at both the practical needs, functional, and the feelings, emotional, driving their decisions. Contextual factors as well matters. Understand the environment and circumstance in which the job arises, and what are the outcomes, expectations, determine what a successful job completion looks like from the customer's perspective, and then so you have managed to understand the whole type of journey that the customer passes. He gets the need, obviously by getting understood the need was like the reactions, so what are the feelings, but as well what are like the functional context that people are, that so determines how they can accomplish or not the job. Some other ones that have not that much resources are a bit more poor type of clients, while other ones that are a bit more richer. Other ones live in some specific areas, other ones do do also live in other ones. Some ones have a specific type of personality, so some ones are a bit more, they have more like passions, while other ones is the opposite. So understanding who the people are, understand so what your feelings. It's like making a segmentation and understanding so that each one has a specific ideal way that they would so like to satisfy a job. Other ones have less tolerance to expect so more to job to be done, while other ones can so as well be the opposite. So understand the people, understand what so will be the ideal type of completion of their job, and obviously understand that neither all jobs are important. So for each one, some ones tend to have certain needs, while other ones tends to so get that other needs are most important, so to get so successful, accomplished, and satisfied. Then so understood real world examples of people that this type of century, this type of idea of jobs to be done perspective, so that makes so people based on that build so all their actions. We have the IKEA. Customers are IKEA furniture to quickly and affordably furnish their homes with a stylish design that also offers convenience in assembly and transportation. The Hypos iPhone, beyond just a phone, customers hire the iPhone to capture moments, stay connected, express their lifestyle, blending technology with personal identity. And it obviously was based in what? iPhone developers, engineers, they understood how the human behavior works, how we are. And then so we understood that iPhone and the way that the iPhone in the moments are made, they have understood in the past that this will be so the ideal scenario, that's making a phone that has the majority of the tasks being done is possible. You can call with people, you can like put photos, so kind of make a conglomeration of functionalities in one thing, because it reduces the cost to having to produce different gadgets to meet one specific type of task, gathering something into just one specific device that can do everything makes me so be better. It was like the ideal of the creation of the first iPhone is so getting a gadget that has touch screen that I can so as well, you can make phone calls with other ones, but as well, for example, can hear music in the same time, can take a photo. So it was like a kind of some mix of functionalities in just one specific device that so is based on understand that people are lazy and people don't want to spend in a lot of things, that if I, in comparison, if I could just get the device that can make so a lot of things. We have as well the Uber. So Uber isn't just about rides; it's about getting from point A to B quickly and reliably. That's like the foundation of the transports business. What me as a business, as a customer wants, I want to get as quick as possible to a region A to B. So Uber has used as a foundation to so build things that have like a better type of competitive approach than, for example, taxis. So making the job of solving urban transportation challenges that obviously in putting the perspective of the consumers quickly and reliably to one region to other one is the foundations of transportation that the humans have. So how to apply this in your business? Customers interview, so you have to first understand so what people meet and what they want. So ask open-ended questions to discover so the core jobs your customers are trying to complete. Observation and analysis, so study how customers interact with your product and note the context in which they use it. Mapping so the customer journey, identify pain points and opportunities where a new solution could better serve their needs. and prototype and test. So always putting to test, see how they react, develop new features or products that address and cover job, and validate them with real users, and iterate based on feedback continuously. So refine your offerings based on how well they help consumers complete their job. So it's a systematic way to approach innovation in your business, always so with the mindset of as much I'm better, I make so the experience of making a job in the perspective of the consumer, more so they will like me, and then some more well I will be paid. So I expect this video as may trigger insights on you, and I'm thankful and see you in the next one.